Ladies and gentlemen, it is almost time for the Season 2 debut of High Class Wrestling. But before we get into the action in about a half hour, we bring to you our Season 1 award show that doesn't have a catchy name to it. Maybe we'll think of one day. Who knows? But for now, this is your high guy. Oh, yes, indeed, your fly guy. The truth from the booth, B.I. Double, to get you caught up on everything from Season 1. Now, Season 1 was a big year for high class wrestling. Yes, we've been around for a while. Yes, some of these men and women on this roster have been with us for a decade plus. But we finally were able to show the world what we can do starting January of 2016. And honestly, we could not be more proud with what we showed you. So let's get right into it. As you see our current champions on the screen in front of you, you know things are getting ready to go down. So we will start. Our first award is for the shocking moment of Season 1, which beyond a shadow of a doubt has to be the return of Damian Fuerte after a 4-year absence, not just to this company, but to professional wrestling. He returned and he captured that hybrid championship from G.I. Bro in ridiculous fashion. Went on to reform Los Reyes, had a decent title run, stayed close to the main event through the entire season. What more can you ask for from a man who was told he would never wrestle again? Next up, now there's really no denying any of these, but our woman wrestler of the year, she's on the screen. Our women's champion. Hollywood dominated all comers in Season 1. She held on to that championship through thick and thin, mostly thick. And she let everybody know that looks mean nothing. You can stop thinking she's just a pretty face, because she won it all. Singles matches, triple threat matches. She held on to that title. Next up is our upset of the year. And this, I'm still at a loss for words, and it happened months ago. But it was Rico Official defeating Azriel at Smokeout. Yes, the same Azriel who held a belt for a total of 6 months, who cashed in his opportunity for a world title by dropping the ultra-violent title and then having a ridiculous world title reign on top of that, defeated by the upstart. A moment I know I'll never forget. And from there we go to our tag team of the year. Now this one is up in the air. You might disagree with it. You might have different votes. Hell, a lot of us had different votes. But what it came down to was the team that won by 1 vote. The Grove Street Goons, who in their rookie year went on to be 2-time tag team champions, beat what people consider the unbeatable team of the Disciples of Darkness, and ran roughshod over that tag team division all season. Really not a team like them right now. You gotta admit it. Next up would be our holy shit moment of the year. This again could have been a lot of things, but we narrowed it down to just one. And it was Big D in the money. I almost said it. See, we almost got in trouble already and we just started. In the Uprising cash-in match. When he fell off a ladder head first onto a turnbuckle, and after being out for a good 5 minutes, was able to drag himself back in the ring to capture that briefcase, guaranteeing him a shot at the World Championship, of which he would cash in, and he would become a world champion, after what should have killed him. In my mind, there's no denying that that's your holy shit moment of the year. Your rookie of the year, again, this one was kind of no contest when you think about it. The man beat everybody. He beat legends, he beat rookies, he held titles. It's showtime. The only 3-time champion we had in Season 1, the 3-time Super Junior champion who ended that show at Smokeout as champion. And as I said, who didn't he beat? It's kind of undisputed that that's your rookie of the year. And at the same time, as we move on to our wrestler of the year, there's no denying that it was Azriel. Different division, but same stats. Beat everybody. Started the season clean. Won the Ultraviolent Championship. Held it for a couple months. Traded that in for the shot at the world title, in which he would dominate that scene for months on top of that before finally being toppled. Azriel, 100% our wrestler of the year. And now on to the big one. The match of the year. Now this one probably caused the most stir. But what it came down to was something that you wouldn't expect, and it was two big guys. It was two big guys who won match of the year, which does not happen very often, but it does in high-class wrestling. It was Bake versus Fergal Flynn, also coincidentally at Cash-In, in that ultra-violent title match that went back and forth. It was one of the single greatest matches I had witnessed and called personally. So in my eyes, there's no denying that that was match of the year. There were other matches considered, trust me. Coincidentally, another one involving Bake, and it was Bake versus Iceman. And then there was also, I'm sorry, it was not Iceman, it was Bake versus Wizard. See what happens when you don't write things down? It was Bake versus Wizard in their 30-minute Iron Man match, which was a great match. There was also an Azriel match in there. There's also a couple of tag matches in there, which, to be honest, I kind of might have wanted to see win. But this is your list. Bake versus Flynn, Cash-In for the Ultraviolent title match. Azriel, Showtime, The Goons, Big D almost dying. Hollywood, Official defeating Azriel, and Fuerte's return. There's your crazy moments. There's your year-end awards. Now I'm going to need everybody to take a short break and understand we will be back to officially kick off Season 2 in less than a half hour, so stay with us, folks. And just remember, this has been your high guy. And as always, your fly guy. The truth from the booth, B.I. Double, signing off for like 25 minutes. We'll be back for the Season 2 debut.